Hello and welcome back to another video. And oh boy, I never expected to do a video like this before. This is incredible. Anyway, crowdfunding is the lifeblood of indie comics. It's how incredible creators bring wild, original ideas directly to readers without waiting for corporate gatekeepers. Every week, I go hunting for promising new campaigns to spotlight. A few days ago, I stumbled across this one, Venom Vixens, issue number 1 by Curvy Inc. Comics. A supernatural western about female outlaws drinking cursed wine and transforming into beast human hybrids. The concept sounded very fun and very relatable to an idea I had a few years ago when I was going to execute it on my Nimprod Comics imprint. But unfortunately, life happened, and me and Chuck Amadori, my co-creator, we kind of ended up leaving the idea on the side. Our idea was going to be called Viperous Vixens, and it was also about 5 females from a Western fantasy characters from our comics that would join forces into a massive adventure filled with action and horror elements. So, of course, you can see all these similarities between what we had in mind and what this project was doing. So, obviously, Venom Vixen made me immediately fall in love with the campaign to a point where I was going to blindly back this, because I wanted to see what Curvy Inc. Comics would do with such an idea like ours. I featured and tracked this campaign in our Hit Index videos, but never had the time to actually spotlight this campaign until today. By the way, this t-shirt is from one of our titles on our comics. Just doing, I don't know, re-promo for a thing that, fuck it. So today I started doing what I always do before covering or backing any book. I started digging into the creative team of Venom Vixens. When you look at a legitimate creator-owned campaign, creators wear their portfolio proudly. You get the writers' names, you get the line artists, colorists, letters, and links to ArtStation, Instagrams, or to any past publications they do. On this campaign, the credits give you first names only, Matteo and Elena on line art, Marcus on color, Sandra on letters, no last names, no handles, no portfolios. I tried reverse image searching the profile photos, 0 matches across any artist database. I obviously found similar persons, celebrities from the 70s, some actors or no known actors, or some no known people, but with completely different names. They were similar, but not the exact same. Then I checked their official imprint website listed on their project, curvyincomics.net. It led me nowhere. No portfolios, no past catalog, no record of this publishing imprint ever existing prior to the launch. At this point, I started thinking, okay, maybe they're just brand new creators who don't know how to set up a website, who don't know how to launch a campaign or anything. So I checked their business footprint. On Kickstarter, the campaign claims the project is based out on Dallas, Texas. When you trace the business registration address connected to the entity, it lists 5900 Balkans Drive in Austin, Texas. Now, if you look up this address, it's a well-known commercial registered. It's a virtual mail drop used by thousands of generic shell companies and remote entities to establish an address in the United States. Then I search for the contact phone number, the +1 703 area code. That's Northern Virginia, outside Washington, D.C. I'm not very good of geography, but I don't think that's even near Dallas or Austin. The complete phone number obviously didn't bring any match on the research that I did. So now, as the address to this company or creators goes from Dallas to Northern Virginia. But the real answer wasn't in the US at all. Social media bios can say whatever you want them to say, but Platform Transparency Tool pulls location directly from the active device telemetry and IP data. When you open the official X, in this case Twitter account for Curvy Inc.'s comics, and inspect the About section, the verified location isn't Texas, it's India. When you check their official Instagram account using Meta's account transparency tool, India again. So here's the reality. The front, a virtual mail drop in Austin, a Dallas listening, an American VoIP number to appear as a domestic US publisher. The reality, a remote operation running entirely out of India. Fronted and unverified team names, unlinked portfolio, and stock or generated personas. Why does this happen? Usually, international operations use US registered agents and virtual numbers to streamline US crowdfunding access, secure higher backer confidence, and bypass regional payout frictions. But doing it without transparency creates a massive accountability vacuum. Let's be clear. There are amazing international creators doing honest work on Kickstarter. Location alone is never the issue. When a project conceals who is actually drawing the pages, creates a fake US location anchors, and operates behind a registered agent mail drop, what happens when production hits a wall? Let's say if the book never prints, if fulfillment collapses, or the art turns out to be AI generated or outsourced asset flips. Backers have zero recourse. You cannot hold a virtual mailbox in Texas accountable. Before you pledge your hard-earned money to any crowdfunded comic, run through a quick 3-step audit. Verify creator's portfolio. Can you see prior line art? Can you see sketchbooks or active social media portfolio from the listed team? Check account transparency. Use the built-in location tools on X and Instagram to see where the accounts are actually managed. And look for production process. Genuine campaigns show raw pencils layouts, uncolored inks, and layered lettering proof, not just finished sleek promo renders. Crowdfunding works on trust. Legitimate creators spend years building transparency with their audience. And operations like this undermine the entire indie ecosystem. I'm just doing this video because I talked about this project before, and like I said on my hit index video, the show where we see what indie comics are generating the most interest on the pre-launch phase. And Venom Vixen had an astonishing numbers, more than 700 followers before they went live. By the way, currently at the moment I'm doing this video, they have more than 156 backers, and they raised almost $6,500. But as I was saying, I'm doing this video because I said I was going to back this. But after analyzing everything that I found today, I'm definitely staying away from this project. And looking at the art closely, I do believe now that this is AI art. On the disclaimer, they say to be 100% open with our community, AI assistance was used solely to help with marketing promotional materials and campaign outreach. The creative in this book remain purely human-made. And I bet with you it's not Elena nor Matteo. Every single character and page elements on both the cover and interior pages is crafted entirely by hand by our artists, which names we don't know and which names we don't even get who these artists are. But believing in this disclaimer, let's take a look closer to the pages. For example, this page that they posted on their Facebook, we see the 5 girls on the top, and then on the bottom we see one of them climbing on the train. Did you look closely to the gun on her holster? Yeah, that doesn't seem AI generated at all. For example, this page, the girl in the blue, on the first panel, if you look at the belt right under her underbelly, it's a normal belt. And on the last panel, we see the same girl, and on the belt, there is a star. Do you think this is an artist who made this error? This is another page. On the first panel, the girl on our right, which has a brown outfit, on her chest, there isn't any badge. On the last panel, when she's doing the high five, there is something similar to a badge. In this panel, the girl in the green, the blonde one, she has these stripes on her outfit, and none of these stripes are on the rest of the panels. I'm sorry, but I'm very convinced that this is AI generated, which I don't really care, because the story is what matters to me the most. What I really care is the lack of transparency in here. Trying to pass AI generated imagery as a artist drawn is not good. Trying to do all of these shenanigans on this project, trying to make it legit, you really lost me as a backer. And like I said, I was very, very, very interested in this one. So yeah, to wrap up this video, please do your diligence before backing this or any projects on any crowdfunding platform, and keep supporting independent comics. Just make sure you know who is actually on the other side of the drawing table. So if you found this breakdown helpful, click that like button. So if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out the link in the description to read my full breakdown over on my Ko-fi page. Let me know in the comments, what is the first thing you look for before backing an indie comic campaign? Drop your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching. Keep reading indie comics, as they are a treasure trove of creativity and storytelling. And I'll see you in the next one.